A new morning show, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. How's everyone doing? Happy Thursday. It is Throwback Thursday. It is the second day of the month. It's November. I got a text the other day. Yay for November. How many of you love Novembers? Let me know if you do. Tell me, what do you like? This person mentioned that it's, the holidays are upon us. Very, very poetic. What do you guys, what are you drinking today? I have a different mug today. I had a hard time. I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't get back to sleep for about 2 hours. A whole bunch of planes kept passing by, and I'm like, what's going on? And as you know, I do follow current international news. I don't share them all here, but they do come through my way from people I'm following. So it's preparing for the worst and living life to the full. And so there's a few things um, I get to prepare. I'm not fully there, being that I'm in a new place. And it's a different state. So there are different things to be aware or to look out for. But anyway, why don't we head out to the birthday shout outs? Who do we have today? Yes, Miss Shanae. I love that the title, today's subject, is Time to Honor Our Values, because, Miss Shanae, my first memory, or hey, there you are. I think we were combining leadership and Far Rockaway, and we did a gallery. And you're still in a video. I got the video in my Patricia Kelly Zito YouTube channel, which it's in there. I gotta make sure that it's shareable. And your energy and happiness, or no, you were so proud, not only for what your group, your kids, and you took pride in that group did, but you were also proud of you. And I find that so healthy, because that stands out to me. And oh man, I forget who else was there, but what stood out for you was that. And because some people go the other way, it's all about the kids, and it's like they take little credit. So well balanced. Happy birthday. What are you doing today? Are you making it a birthday weekend? I'm sure Ms. Fawn has, you know, way more to say about that, and just really how cool. You're a really true superstar. So happy birthday to you, and let us know what you're going to be doing this weekend. And for you, and for all the birthday people, I got that jokes, because I'm a cornball like that. All right. So let's see. Yeah, this is the one I chose for today. 111. So whenever I try to eat healthy, a chocolate bar looks at me and Snickers. Okay, Throwback Thursday, because that's the theme too, right? I I mean, okay, Snickers with water was life to me. So, you know, gotta get me some of those, or something that tastes just like it, but without all the crazy chemicals that it has. Um, but I'm gonna look up the recipe for it, because if I had that with water, I was set. I was good. And I remember that more in like in middle school of discovering because that caramel so sweet. I don't know if you guys can relate. It's so sweet that I needed water. And back in middle school, I didn't drink water. I drank soda all the time. But I knew I that my throat was gonna need some water. Absolutely, it was way too sweet, way too sweet. So anyway, that is the joke for today. Again, Miss Shanae, happy birthday, and let us know what you're gonna be doing. Okay, so the weatherman is still here somewhere in the facility. But he's heading over to the car right now, so we'll get back to him. And he's making extra noise. I could tell he's making extra noise. But we are in a. Do you guys hear that? I really, but I have my headset, so maybe you guys can't. I am in the season, and now he's coughing. Thanks. So I'm in a season of digging into my artist within. Um, Still, I'm in week 6 of this book, and therefore this season. Whew. So the past 5 days, uh, she had a challenge that I didn't think it was gonna be a challenge. It's like, oh, don't read for 5 days. I'm like, okay, yeah, I that's happened, and she called it like a reading deprivation, and because I was because I was behind in some of the exercises, it turned out to help me out to get back and redo the exercises. And as I am writing, like when you're in a conversation and you're doing all the talking, okay, I can totally relate to that. Jimmy's like, no, I'm a good listener. Meeting him, not me. But when you're like talking, you're like, oh, my mouth is a little dry. I should let somebody. I should like shut up for a second. So that's how I was feeling because it was so many exercise. When you write and then you're like, what information am I taking in? And obviously with our phones, because a lot of times especially now, we think that learning is from YouTube videos. And then yes, of course, I learn from YouTube videos too, and it's like it's so different because when you're writing, you also have like this hunger to read more. At least that's what's happening to me. And I've never said that or thought I was like, I will have such a hunger for reading. And I didn't tell anybody. I'm like telling you guys, telling Jimmy right now, who's about to leave, because I thought it would be something that let's see what I report at the end. But anyway, with that being said, and with our topic for today of time for the things that we value, books and learning, exploring is important to me. And when we don't have our phones or our computer, back in the day for me was an encyclopedia. And my mom, yep, she fell for that Britannica salesperson that knocked on the door and talked about how those books were gonna make us doctors and lawyers. I don't know what the salesperson told my mom. Anyway, she bought it for us, and that's what my desk um, was full of, or at least part of those books. I think I had maybe a section 8 through whatever, and then the rest was in the living room. And I was looking at old pictures somewhere in the dining room, and I was like, oh wow! In high school, I was surrounded by encyclopedia. So before Dr. Google, if you wanted to find out something, especially in school or for homework, you go to the encyclopedia. That's who remembers that? Where's my 90s people at? Okay, do you remember that encyclopedias? And so anyway, not having access, or let's say lights go out, it is very cool. There's something very magical about grabbing a book and going through it. So anyway, books are important to me. Reading is important to me, though, as I get into more of a habit or a practice of writing, because I I know that feeling, guys. Those who are like me are the extroverts, or the ones who are always chatting and communicating. You notice when you're like, I need to close my mouth like very soon, like now. So anyway, so with that, and as Jimmy, I just heard him leave. So as he comes very soon, and we'll see what he does. I That's something that's important. And speaking of books, I still my walls, and I'm not showing you my walls yet, but I put down all the frames and pictures I had. They were from IKEA. They were like generic. Still, I like their messages, so and I like them to look at. But what I actually really do want to do is put up things that I value. And so for a long time, I wanted to stay. For those who have been following us, it is this is like the theme of doing our library home. But this week we've been focusing on an office in the style, we call it the lifestyle of dark academia. And so I've been looking at those maps, and it's like, okay, it's true. I do care and appreciate, and I could see maps as a sign of being an explorer. However, that's not what I'm currently doing. We are still learning our backyard here in the United States. The only overseas countries that Jimmy and I have been has been Canada, Mexico, and Russia. And so and I want to explore way more. So this is not the season or the year, or at least in this place, right? We're here for a specific reason. Um, Wait, did I not send Jimmy? Hold on, I see a comment. That's probably Jimmy. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, oops, I did it again. Okay. Um, so let me pull that out for Jay Z. So yeah, so exploring around the world. It's not in the books right now, so I don't have like this pressure now to find the right maps, or because it was frustrating me. I don't I For the longest time I had a problem with the way the maps were, because I felt like anyway, maybe this is not the channel, or I don't know if you guys are the crap, but I'll say it. I always felt like they just made the United States look way bigger, and how massive Canada really is, North America, Mexico, South America. Um, they're not meant. There are now way more honest maps, and as they were, as I was seeing how they changed in my textbook to now, I was like, "Ha! I knew it! I knew it!" So I'm happy to. Oh, there's Jimmy. I'm happy to have seen that the maps are way more accurate than what some of the history books were showing. But anyway, let's get Jimmy up here, because my screen is lagging. What up, people? Let me
You know,
see. Can we hear you?
it's not just about size; it's about significance.
Oh,
USA, USA, USA.
He is feeling spicy. Okay, so for those who don't know us or know me, maybe not Jimmy, man, there's been so many opinions. Um, or people take it so literal. And I've learned to really embrace my husband and his, let's just say it, stupidity sometimes.
Oh, oh,
I
you
mean, come
called
on.
your husband
No,
stupid.
no, I did not. I said you can do stupid things.
My
So his
stupidity.
stupidity, meaning your stupid activities, he's
Wang.
very bright. But anyway, he'll say things like that, and he teaches middle school people, so he's a little bit in the middle school vibe lately. But it's all good. And babe, you told me this. You told me you're channeling your inner school child or your middle school
Did I
child,
say
didn't
that? I
you?
don't think I told you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We've
I
been
think
talking
you told me that.
about it. Oh, I see. Yeah, I believe I was talking about that, Daddy speaking. Okay. Anyway, so maps is not something I want to put in. And like I've been saying, this is something where this office space is being shared by me and this lovely man that you guys are seeing in the screen. Let's put it a little bigger. And there he isn't he lovely? Okay. And so I really do wanted to reflect on the things that we do like. When I reached out to this designer, Dad had posted something in his YouTube. He does ask about what are your hobbies, what are your interests, and things like that. And I think it's such a great, great, great question to surround yourself with the things that you value. Value meaning what's important to you. And so one of the things especially in the dark academia kind of style or lifestyle, I love old pictures. Here's Jimmy's Nana. Yep, she's holding her rifle and her dog. So Jimmy comes from a line of family of humans that had furry companions. And I think it's cool. And you know what? In my head, I actually thought she was in the horse, Jimmy. I know there's a picture of Nana in her horse, which this picture right here says so much to me. It just says who I am and just base. I never met her. She already had passed when I met Jimmy. So from the stories that Jimmy tells, it's like, yeah, she was definitely a strong will woman who absolutely adored Jimmy, and that already makes me all fuzzy and and she definitely affirmed Jimmy's value, I would say. Look, like your posture, for example. You got that from Nana.
My bad posture?
No, your good posture. I think your posture is awesome.
Oh. Well, thank you, I guess.
Yeah. Take a guess.
Thank you, maybe.
Thank you, perhaps. Okay.
Thank you, thing.
So there's something about this picture. I love the fact that it's black and white. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll try to zoom in. Look at these old cars right here. Oh, so cool. If we were to crash into any of those cars, we will be dead because our cars are like cans of soda or beer for those who like beer. So I don't know. There's something about her presence, and I know there's another one with her horse.
I don't remember a
And
horse picture.
okay, you know what it is? It could be this one. This is your grandpa. He's in a horse, but it's like a
Is it
pony.
really?
Yeah,
Huh.
it's like a pony though. It's a small one. But I really thought I saw your. But you know what really stands out the most, whether it was a horse or just her holding her rifle, it's just like the way she's looking at the camera. Like, yeah, you know who I am. And the other thing that I find cool, even though like It's I wish it was in a hardcover. It's my grandma's book, and the name of her book is La vida es un sueño hecho realidad. Life
Ooh,
is a dream come true. And oh, I just got chills because I usually talk about my grandpa or mamita, who's my dad's mom, who's still alive, rocking her level 95 people.
amazing.
Level 95. She is a true queen indeed. And yeah, I'm usually talking about them too. But yeah, with my grandma, with my mom's mom, one of the things that I I appreciate is that she actually went ahead and did what she said what she was gonna do, which was write a book. And so I want to have this on display. I used to have this on display on the other apartment, but it was kind of like hiding towards the back. I want something else for this, and what I really envision is my book next to hers, and I think that would be cool. But having these things, and I know I haven't a zip up bag because all the moving that we've been doing, and it's time to take them out. It's time to put them in valuable places. And as I'm saying that, I'm literally feeling all the chills in my body. So that's a good sign. That's a yes with capital yes. That's a yes. Oh, honey, can we get this one? We're gonna do this one as our major thumbnail picture. You look so cute. Okay, ready? Wait, it's coloring my face. We are so silly. Okay, babe, that's good. That's good. Jimmy's been working on his face. I sent him a video yesterday. I was like, "Why were you making those faces?" Yesterday's show, he's just like staring into space because he's so sleepy. But anyway, I love that white cap on you, honey. Love it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, my peeps. Time for our value to honor our values. What are yours? Write it down. Look for them. Pull them out. Like I hopefully by tomorrow I'll show you. I'm gonna look for the picture of me and my grandpa, which I've been talking about him in my blog. I mean, like my blog has tons of my grandpa stories. And there is this one picture where he's like holding my shoulder. He's standing again. That's my grandpa. Like the way he stood, the way he walked. It was like love it, love it, love it. A true king himself. Seriously, that's how he walked. At least that's in my head. That's how I saw him. But anyway, um, yeah, we'll see what we come up. And I know this is like the theme of the week. We get so fixated. We love all these HGTV. Am I saying it correctly? Fixer upper. Even the Marie Kondo transformations and all that. It's like all these like before and afters. People, it takes time. Okay, don't get discouraged. Stay, stay empowered that you can change a room. You can design something else, and it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, and yeah, I tell you, and as I tell myself, it's gonna take some time. And thank you for coming along in my journey in this morning show. And again, and putting my invitation. If you are watching till now, dude, you, you, I want you. And right here in the screen, like there will be three people, and for you to share what's in your journey, because I'm sure you're in your journey. So in the same similar journey, what are you doing? What are you up to in this season of tapping into our artists? Tomorrow, Friday, I'm switching up family to the other big F word. faith. There are so many issues around that topic. So many. And this woman, Julia Cameron, has about a page that I would like to read. Let her say it. Keep my mouth shut. Um, and let you listen to what she's talking about. And I definitely certainly do not mean faith as being part of an institution. Um, and that does not mean I don't agree. I just saw a post about spirituality being like your personal relationship with God. Yes, and community. That's it's two. It's two. It's two. It's not one. In what I'm seeing as the Bible as a unified story that leads to Jesus. I the community aspect is key, and it's really what's been it's missing in Jimmy and I, and the part of us that's missing. So, yeah, what she talks about does start with this personal, um, and yeah, so I mean that faith. And because when you start within, you will see the, I don't know if the word is need. Um, what is the word? The harmony that we can create with other humans and creating community when we look at ourselves first. Instead of being an institution wanting to give, do, serve, whether I really nurturing that. And so it's more of you have to, instead of hey, we get to do XYZ. And we're still in that search. Thank you for joining us this long, listening to us this long. Please let me know who you are, where you're at, and hopefully we can have you on our next show. Zito, I don't know how awake you are. I know you did your 45-minute walk, your 10 pages, rocking like a superstar. Any thoughts on our theme of today in time to honor our values?
Um, yeah, I think figuring out your values for some is the hardest part. It's like, what do I stand for? What am I
Yeah.
about? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to be when I grow up? That's what I want to know. I still don't know.
Yeah.
And I often nowadays I often think of it as a remembering. I feel like it's more of like I get to a place where I get caught up in other things that don't really matter, and then I like remember who I am. And I have to think that for people who really like embody who they are, it's also a remembering, but they just remember more often. It's almost something that you can practice. Like my, my practice is coming back to who I am and not letting, you know, other outside forces dictate who or what I am.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, has been writing, journaling. Does that? That reminds me. And in books like this, and people like her, who this woman in her exercises, people, she'll go back to week one exercise. Remember that exercise? Go back in there and add three more. And I'm like, shoot, I didn't do it. And that's why I went in this like crazy exercise
Hmm.
phase. So, but for me, exercise, writing that down does help. So yeah,
How many pages do the morning pages have to be?
her thing is 3 pages. And really, it depends what kind of notebook you're using. Like I use this notebook, so the lines, they're not lines, they're dots. They're closer to one another. So, and I like to draw. She's been also doing affirmations. Um, But yeah, so it's a lot, you guys. As you guys can see, it's really tiny. So it depends what, because there's some line papers that are the spaces are way bigger. Point being is like at least do a page and whatever. So she says 3.
Okay, 3.
Yeah, and I know I don't kill myself over it if it's not 3, because yeah, it's what I do in the morning. It's what I let go. And there is a huge difference. Like today, I actually didn't do it this morning because I woke up late, and here I am doing my morning show, but I have not done it yet. And you'll see. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do right now as we hang up. But yeah, I will say that I remember, and then one thing I let go too was putting pictures of the things that I want, because she's talking about that and is reminding me about all the training from Primerica or Young Living. They and it's like what works. Gary Keller in real estate, and it's like, okay, why recreate the wheel? Is that what the saying is?
Yep.
When it's like proven, when you have pictures up, when you go and see, that's why I'm taking this book out. It's displaying and continuing, there are writers in my family. We are poets. We are men and women of pen to paper, and it's honoring that. And yeah, so and of course there are so many other modalities, welcoming nature and all that great stuff. For right now, writing, it's what's helping me.
Yeah.
Are you almost at work?
I'm about 10-15 minutes out.
Okay. All right. Any other thing you would like to share, my dear?
No, I'm still sleepy.
Yeah. So have a nice ride thinking about the things you love, and as an audio training, check it out. It has prompt questions. It's free. And if you want to dig in even more, you can reach out to me. But I will, if you want to know more about how to, let me know in the comments. I will start sharing more of these questions that I learned from this book, and then from my coaching and what I do. And we'll start throwing them out there if you want to explore and get to know those things. So let me know. Jimmy, are you interested?
We cut out there for a second. Interested in what exactly?
Oh, I did? Okay.
It might have just been for me. Sometimes it cuts out just for me.
No, it's fine. Let's see. I'll watch the replay. If it didn't come out, I'll say it again tomorrow. If not, maybe it was for a reason. All right, my friends. See you tomorrow. I hope that word, faith, doesn't spook you away. I pray and I hope that you lean in. Lean back. But lean in, not back. All right. Bye, everybody.